Come on in the room. Hey, come on in my room. Listen, y'all, I had to misappropriate some more of the church funds so we could keep the Mississippi Mass quiet, because after the service that we had last night, I'm going to tell y'all something. I normally don't watch my own stuff. Excuse me one second, y'all. My throat hurt from last night. Listen, y'all, we carried on last night. The way we carried on last night was one for the history books. Y'all be sure to hit that like button. I'm one of those people like Cicely Tyson. I don't know if y'all ever saw that interview where Cicely Tyson says she doesn't watch her own movies and films. I'm the same way. I don't go back and watch myself. I don't listen to myself. It's weird. I don't like the sound of my voice. I don't like watching myself. But I had to go back last night and watch last night's show. Y'all, we kikied. I woke up this morning trying to cut up the bits and pieces so I could make the shorter clips. I don't even know which pieces to cut because the whole thing was hilarious. And if I must say, I'm looking damn good today. Y'all, this show tonight, first of all, there's not a lot going on in the press today, so I'm gonna get y'all up out of here short. I'm not gonna have y'all in here forever. But I am very conflicted at the top of the show today, because there's a story that has come out of Hollywood, Florida, about a female teacher molesting a female student, and the teacher happens to be a classmate of mine. And to add insult to injury, I was just with her sister Monday at the Ghost Bar eating. Me and this girl's sister was literally just eating this past Monday at the Ghost Bar. And so I woke up this afternoon and everybody from Carroll City is in my inbox. Everybody is DMing me and they like, Q, you got to talk about this. You got to talk about this. And it's like, damn, y'all, I'm friends with this girl's sister, yet the shit is the news. Like, how do you reconcile the two? You know what I'm saying? And not only is this person a classmate, but this person was my best friend in high school. Her sister's a year younger than me, younger than us. They were best friends. And so it's weird because I know this person intimately, but I feel like it would be jacked up if I skipped over every damn thing else that I talk about in Miami, everything else in the news, and not talk about it. So the decision that I made is to talk about it, but to at least not go in on the girl and talk about it with a certain level of dignity and respect for all people involved. So first and foremost, I'm going to go ahead and read y'all just a snippet of the story, because some of y'all may not know what's going on. It's more of a local story than it is a national story, but it creates a larger conversation, right? Because oftentimes when we talk about molestation, rape, and things of that nature, we're always telling our children to beware of men. Beware of men, beware of men, beware of men. And as time goes on, we are beginning to realize that females are just as large of perpetrators of these crimes as well as the men are. And I'm going to take it a step further. I think it's double worse when it's a teacher who has gained the trust of a student. And the way the story reads, this is what happened. So the headline is 39-year-old Hollywood middle school teacher charged with molestation of a minor. Hollywood, Florida middle school teacher was arrested Wednesday accused of inappropriate behavior with a student Felicia Smith, 39, was charged with molestation of a child between the ages of 12 and 16 and lewd and lascivious conduct. During her court appearance on Thursday, judge set her bond at $150,000. I realize the charges are serious, said the judge. Smith paid the bond and is expected to be released soon. If Smith pays her bond, she must be fitted with a GPS ankle monitor. She must also be ordered to not have contact with the victim or any minors and cannot step foot on any school campus in the Tri-City area. According to the Hollywood police, officers were made aware of the inappropriate contact between the teacher and the student at Driftwood Middle School, located at such and such address. During the investigation, detectives questioned Smith and she was arrested. She admitted to the police that at the beginning, this is where the story gets sick. She admitted to the police that at the beginning of the year, she and the student developed a maternal relationship. Smith admitted that she kissed the student on school grounds. The teacher did admit to having a maternal relationship with the student since the beginning of the year, and then did admit that there was kissing involved in that, said the Hollywood spokesperson. The victim, police said, told officers that she was forced to inappropriately touch Smith. The victim's family began asking questions after the victim came home with marks on her body. They realized that something was not right and continued pushing for answers. Police said the child claimed that the marks on her body were from injuries with a football, but thorough investigation identified that the marks were from kissing, and it did look like a hickey on the student. The teacher later admitted that she had been skipping. The teen later admitted that she had been skipping her 6-period class since February to spend time in Smith's class and during her planning period. Smith was a language arts teacher at the school. According to the arrest report, Smith saw her as someone that was loyal, faithful, and thought of her as a mother figure. The victim told detectives that Smith told her not to tell anyone because she could lose her job if people found out. On her Facebook, she posted pictures that were taken inside of the school and wrote that some of the pictures were taken by her students. A parent told Channel 7 News that the students at the school are upset. They liked Smith and they trusted her. Seeing my daughter in tears over something that she doesn't fully understand, said the parent, she is emotionally not okay, and I'm not okay because she's not okay. The parent, who chooses to remain anonymous, says her daughter's devastated. I don't think she's ever been hurt like this, said the parent. She's more upset that her teacher is gone and doesn't really understand the depth behind it. Here is the unfortunate part, guys. The most unfortunate part of this is the grooming aspect. All right. It's one thing for you to meet somebody off the side of the road and do something to them. That's nasty. But for you to use your authority and your influence as a teacher, as a priest, as a coach, as of any one of those things, to garner the trust of a child and then to violate them in that manner, friend or no friend, friend of the family or no friend of the family, it's sick and it's disgusting. It is sick and it is disgusting. And I know that this is going to sound ignorant, what I'm about to say. It's almost as if we expect this type of behavior from men. I'm not going to lie to you. It sits extra nasty with me that it came from a woman. It does. And I know that's a double standard and I know it's not fair, but we look at women to be nurturers. We look at women to be maternal figures. Think about it. If y'all took y'all child to a daycare center and it was a bunch of men working in that damn daycare center, y'all would feel some type of way, right? Because somehow innately we just trust women with children more so than we do men. This is unfortunate. I think the saddest thing of it all is that, like the mother said, the young girl doesn't even have a true grasp of what has taken place with her. And she's more upset about the fact that her teacher is in trouble and that her teacher is not at the school than she is that she was inappropriately touched or placed into a situation with a teacher. Now, because I know this person, I know her family, and like I said, I was just at dinner with this girl's sister on Monday. Because I know them, I was prepared to come on here and be in defense of her and do the whole, y'all hold on until all the facts come out. Y'all hold on before we rush to judgment. It may not be what it looks like. But when the teacher is quoted saying, do not tell anybody because I can lose my job, then it says that she is fully aware of what she was doing was inappropriate. And it's just it's unfortunate, y'all, because my heart is heavy. Again, I know this person. I grew up with this person. This person was my best friend's sister's best friend. We were together all the time. Rode in my car, go to my best friend's house. She over there at the house. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, for any of y'all that remember Felicia from high school, she's a very beautiful girl. First of all, now I didn't even know the bitch like eating coochie or playing with coochie, and none of that's none of my business. But with her being a beautiful girl, bitch, you could have went to the strip club and gave one of them nasty hoes at the office $40 if you wanted to play in some coochie. And if times was hard, you could have went to the Mint and gave them broke down cigarette bullet wound having hoes $10 if you wanted to play with some coochie. You could have got on Craigslist. As a matter of fact, as much coochie as they got walking up and down 27th Avenue, and a lot of that coochie is youngs giving 18 realness, you could have went to 27th Avenue and got some damn coochie if that's what it is that you wanted. I think the fact that the teacher admittedly took on a maternal role with the student, maternal meaning mother, student meaning child, that's incestuous in itself. It's nasty. It's deplorable. Butterfly Joe Hart says she was probably touched too as a child. I don't know. I can't speak to that. And this is where I'm going to leave it alone. But I'm going to say Carol City, I'm 2001, so Felicia 2002. Class of 2002, y'all got a molestation problem. Because first it was Jacquees fucking them 14-year-old girls on the track field, and now it's Felicia fucking the students down to the school. I don't know what the hell classes y'all was taking or what the hell they put in y'all piece. So when y'all went to lunch class of 2002, but this ain't really looking good for y'all. Y'all got a molestation problem amongst y'all class. And I'm gonna leave that at that. And here's the saddest part. I'm finna be messy one more time. Here's the messy part. Because if anybody went to Carol City at the same time that I was at Carol City, we all know who the security guards and who the coaches are that was fucking the girls. Yet it's 2024 and they still ain't got caught. It's 2024 and I'm finna be real messy right now. And some of them still work out there. And y'all know exactly who the hell I'm talking about. It's 2024 and some of them still work out there to the school. Still work out there to the school. And when I went out there not too long ago and saw some of these said people, I was wondering to myself, I was like, you know what? I wonder if they still doing now what they were doing then. And then it made me feel like now at 40 years old, do I have a responsibility to go around and be going in the office and telling people what they used to do or what they might be doing? But those of y'all that know, y'all know. It was sad for me to report that, y'all, but I'm finna move on to the next thing. Moving right along, y'all. Another story coming out of Miami. I meant to do an individual review for this, and I am going to do it. Y'all have got to check out the show Supergirls. All right. Y'all remember Bring It? Y'all remember Tracy Byron Young? She was the one from Miami, colorful hair, brought the Miami girls that could dance. They gave her a spinoff show. The spinoff show that they gave her on Lifetime was absolutely horrible. It did not capture the essence of who she is. She was in a constant battle for the creative, but with Lifetime, because they wanted it to be like Bring It, with the drama with the parents, and she did not want that. The show was fucking horrible. She's on the All Black Network, y'all, now with a show called Supergirls, and they got it right this time. I'm pretty sure y'all have seen the videos on Instagram, on the Shade Room, with the girls doing the super strut or whatever. That's my classmate, Tracy Byron Young. We went to college together. She was a Delta over at FSU. I went to the premiere of the show last week, y'all, and I have to tell y'all, the show is absolutely amazing. I'm gonna just give y'all a little snippet of the first episode. Y'all are used to seeing her exemplary dance squad. COVID hits, all of her students graduate out. We return to school. She has absolutely no dance squad whatsoever. And so the show starts out with her holding auditions for the dance squad. And we end up following the journey of the students that she picks, their personal stories. You fall in love with one little girl. You find out that this girl don't make it. The girl who couldn't lift her leg up, you know, you be rooting for her. Maybe she made it, maybe she didn't make it, but it really shows you the drill sergeant type of training that Tracy has to put in to make those girls who and what they are. And when I tell y'all something on so many levels, the show keeps you on the edge of your seat and you instantly get emotionally invested in the individual girls, their storylines, and the show. And I'm going to share something with y'all, and I rarely share my personal business with y'all. Tracy's a graduate of Miami Northwestern. I'm a graduate of Miami Carroll City. And listen, y'all, where we come from in inner city Miami, there are no examples of multimillionaire success, right? Either you play football or you become a rapper or, you know, you sold drugs. Like literally Trick, Trina, Flo Rida, Rick Ross, and a slew of football players literally are the only examples of success that we have coming out of our community. And when I sat back at that preview and I watched Tracy and the impact that she is making on Liberty City and making on those girls, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I was right now in limbo about staying in Miami or moving back to Atlanta because things are going really well for me career-wise. And I was like, Q, you need to get back in the thick of things. Watching one episode of that show completely changed my mind, and it set on my heart that I have a moral and a spiritual obligation to stay here in Miami and be representation for other Black children who grew up in the inner city who never thought things like this are possible. When you watch that show and you see Tracy make things possible that ordinarily would be impossible, it's motivating. And just like I said, because I come from a background, there's nobody on the radio where I come from. There's nobody that made it on TV where I come from other than football players. And so it said to me, Q, you have an obligation. You have to stay here in Miami. You have to be that example and show these kids just because you from Carol City don't mean that you can't go on to do other things than sell drugs, be a correctional officer, play football, so on and so forth. So since I'm rich like this and not like this, I think I'm just going to get me a little piece of studio in Atlanta and start floating back and forth. But this show was that powerful. It single-handedly made my mind up and said, you have to stay in Miami because you have an obligation to all those kids in Myrtle Grove Elementary, Carol City Middle, Carol City Senior High School, and you got to make sure that the ones that come up under your tutelage do not grow up to be molesting and touching other people's kids like the problems that they got in class of 2002. Class of 2001 said, not me, girl. 97, 98 said, not me, girl. Okay? Not me. Not me, honey. That's class of 2002. Y'all hoes got a pedophilic problem. And quiet as it's kept, it's probably because them unnamed security guards and coaches, was playing all between y'all legs and in y'all butt. And that's why y'all ass turning around and touching other people, damn kids. But it ain't class of 90. It ain't. Listen, I got there. My freshman year was 97, 98. 97, 98. Them was some of the realest seniors I ever met. It ain't 97. It ain't 98. It ain't 99. It ain't 2000. And it ain't 2001. All right? It's not us. Now, I was gone. Bitch, I left June 14, 2001. That's the year Miss Henry left. Whatever the fuck was going on after I left that June, I don't know what it is, but it damn sure ain't got nothing to do with 97 to 2001. Now, I can't vouch for nobody. I see some of y'all from 02 in the comments. 02, y'all just need to mute the whole thing because y'all got two bad apples that don't spoil it for the bunch. Moving right along. Listen, y'all. And now I can't even go nowhere in the city no more. I'm going to get beat up. I'm going to have to stay. I'm finna have to stay in the house for the next month because everybody from Kansas City going to be trying to beat me up after this doggone post. And I wouldn't be surprised if I get a damn inquiry from Frederica Wilson and from the school board wanting to know what security guards and coaches that still work out to the school was fucking them damn girls when we was in school. Child, I done started all types of shit. But those of y'all, listen, fuck that. Everybody who was there when I was there know what the fuck going on and know exactly who the fuck I'm talking about. I don't give a damn. Shit, I didn't do it. Everybody gonna be on the phone tonight talking about, ooh, bitch, I heard what Quinn said about what's going on, but it was going on. And the reason why I'm shedding light on it, because I see a lot of y'all in the comments saying y'all are from different places across the U.S., and all of y'all are in here saying it was going on in y'all high schools too. It's unfortunate, y'all, because now when we send our kids to high school, we got to worry about them getting shot the fuck up by crazy white people with the mass shooting. We got to worry about them getting jumped by gang people. You got to worry about the security guards, the coaches, and the goddamn language arts teachers playing between their legs and in their damn butt. Quiet as it's kept, you just be better off letting your child drop out of school at 7th grade and go become an HVAC vac technician. At least they mind, body, and coochie and booty hole will still be intact. Ooh, child. Speaking of intact, y'all, Wendy Williams. Now, I don't know what all the hell going on and how much Wells Fargo got this lady money sold up, but Wendy Williams, they say they don't put a $500,000 tax lien on her property. Here's what I'm not understanding. She's got a guardian. She's got a trustee. This making the trustee department look very bad, because I refuse to believe that Wendy Williams does not have $500,000 to pay her bills. If you are her guardian, Miss Ma'am, you are responsible for getting her mail. And like I said, I know all of this because I had to do this with a family member in terms of getting their rights and being over their finances. I've done this. All right. All of her mail and stuff supposed to get rerouted to you, and you are the payee. You over her money. You supposed to pay this lady bills. If the tax bill came and you got access to the money, you are supposed to be paying this lady's bills. Now, you know, a part of me was feeling like the guardian that's over Wendy Williams is somebody from the government, right? It's a government appointed position. Typically, it's a state position. And I would like to give the program the benefit of the doubt and say that there's enough checks and balances within the government guardian system that the guardian cannot be spending up Wendy Williams's money. I don't believe the guardian is spending up Wendy Williams' money. And at least I hope she isn't spending Wendy Williams' money. Let's keep in mind, she's a state worker, so she ain't making no whole lot of money. Now, if the hoe show up to work with furs and Bentleys and Balenciagas on her feet, then that hoe's stealing Wendy money. You know what I'm saying? Why you not paying Wendy bills? The minute this story hit the press, your supervisor should have called you in the office and you should have been let go, because this makes the department look bad. How can we as the general public trust you? Hell, at least if her sister Wanda was over the damn money, yeah, Wanda might have been at Louis Vuitton and she might have been at Mr. Chow eating, but at least the damn bills would have been paid. You are now giving the public more ammunition as to why she shouldn't even be in the Guardian program, because it seems as if she's not safe anywhere. With a tax lien being levied on that lady's property, don't get me wrong, it takes some time for it to happen, but there is a level of risk associated with that lady being put out her place if this bill is not paid. Some of y'all are saying she's not a state court, state appointed guardian. Well, who else appointed her then? If she's not appointed by the state, who else is she appointed by? I didn't know that there were private guardian agencies that get contracted by the state. I thought that they were state workers. The guardian is not from Wells Fargo. The guardian, no, y'all saying Wells Fargo appointed her. Listen, I'm willing to follow that logic. Wells Fargo can deal with the money. Wells Fargo does not have the wherewithal to employ somebody who has control of putting Wendy in and out of nursing facilities and dictating where she can live. Wells Fargo does not have that power. She's court appointed, and that is what I know. And typically, court appointed guardians oftentimes work for the state. The court appoints them. The program is called Guardian Ad Litem. I've been through this, y'all. Unless they got some upper echelon program where they got private agencies that the courts work with or contract with, and they appoint guardians through a private agency. Nevertheless, they're court appointed. not Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo does not have the power to dictate where the lady live, so on and so forth. Y'all be knowing so much not to know nothing. Um, y'all may or may not care about this, but Paris Hilton just went off on her uncle, Mauricio. Mauricio Umansky. Mauricio's Kyle's husband. On his upcoming season of his new show on Netflix, Mauricio talks about how he worked for Paris's father at Highland and Hilton, which was a super luxurious real estate firm out there in Beverly Hills. And he says in 1 year he brought in 20% of the sales that they made, and he wanted to be made partner. He was the highest earner in the office, brought in 20% of their revenue, which is a lot for one person to bring in on their own. And he wanted to be made partner, and they opted to not make him partner. And he opted to leave and start his own brokerage. And it caused a lot of friction in the family, so much so that Kyle's family stopped talking to her. Well, Paris Hilton is tired of it. And Paris been quiet pretty lately, but she said that she tired of Mauricio dragging the family's name. And here's what Paris had to say. She said, "My father is a consummate gentleman and has always taken a higher road." She wrote in a comment, "He would never speak negatively about his family, especially in the press. Frankly, we are sick of him using the Hilton name every chance he gets to plug his lame show. It is enough already." Now, I saw the clip where Mauricio was talking about what happened. And in my opinion, Mauricio did not say anything off the wall. He handled it very respectfully. He simply told the truth. I made 20% of the revenue for the company. I wanted to be made partner. They wouldn't make me partner. I decided to start my own business with Kyle's support, and Kyle's family stopped talking to her as a result of it, and it caused a lot of friction. That's where it started and where it stopped. So Paris, going to sit down somewhere. His Iris D said, but he also took some of the agents to his firm. He didn't take them. They chose to leave. They thought the grass was better on the other side, or they wanted the grass to be better on them. For whatever reason, they wasn't happy. If they were happy at Hilton and Highland, they would have stayed. Correct me if I'm wrong. People don't leave jobs that they happy at that pay them well. They don't. That's just human psychology. The agents, he didn't take the agents with them. They left. They saw a better opportunity and they left. And that is what happens when you don't reward people for what they do for you. He said they had 19 agents at that time. If you got 19 agents and I brought in 20% of the revenue on my own and you don't want to make me partner, bitch, I don't need you. It's the I hate to keep bringing this up. It's the same thing with Fox Soul. I looked at the numbers that I was doing over there with them collectively. I look at the numbers that I'm over here doing on my own. I don't need you. So why am I going to stay? And it was the same thing. And y'all got to understand, when you are a real estate agent, you're on a brokerage split. Most real estate brokerages, when you start out, because I used to be a real estate agent in Florida and Georgia, they'll put you on a 70-30 split. So you sell $1 million house, you get your commission 6%, 3 goes to one agent, 3 goes to you. Of your 3%, you only get 70% and the agency gets 30%. And all they did was supplied you with some copy paper, some coffee, a desk, and an office. And so if I'm bringing in 20% of the company's revenue and you're collecting 30% of my commissions and you don't want to make me a partner, then I can just become a broker go sell the same property and keep all my money and not have to give you the 30%. I'm now the broker. I keep 100%. So Paris, you need to sit the fuck down and stay out of grown folks' business. He made the best decision for him and his family. And obviously your Aunt Kyle was behind it and she benefited from it. Your sorry ass, greedy ass daddy should have made that man a partner and there never wouldn't have been a damn problem. And that's that on that. Moving right along, y'all. Jerrod Carmichael. Y'all remember him from the Carmichael show? Jerrod Carmichael has a documentary now I think the people from Care City done reported my internet. The Jerrod Carmichael, the comedian, he has a documentary now on Netflix that is documenting his, I guess, comedy tour that he's supposed to be going on. And one of the biggest selling points is his interracial gay relationship and his parents and mother's acceptance of it. Y'all, I feel a way. And maybe it's because I'm black like this and not like this. I was not aware that Jerrod Carmichael was big enough of a celebrity to have a documentary and have cameras following him to the point that people care, that he was able to land a HBO deal behind it. I just didn't know he was that interesting. I did not know that he was that large to have a documentary. A lot of people are they say class of 2002 report in my page, and I'm reporting they asked the Law and Order SVU, bitch. Okay, keep your hands. Don't y'all send y'all kids to nobody who teach from class of 2002, and especially if they run a daycare center. Hell no, ma'am. A lot of people, there's a lot of conversation around black male gay celebrities that come out and then they come out with these white husbands. I don't get it either. From the little that I do know of Jerrod Carmichael, he gives me that he grew up on the playground more so playing with white people than he did black people, right? That's what he gives me. And so I've learned to be a little more tolerant for people just being in relationships, romantic relationships that more closely associate the relationships they had during their upbringing. So it doesn't bother me that he's with the white guy whatsoever, because I'm going to keep it very real with you. It's not like the black boys are beating down Jerrod Carmichael's door to want to be with him. I don't know a single sissy that was like, God damn, I want to be with Jerrod Carmichael. All right. The second thing that y'all don't understand, so some said he was from the middle of nowhere in North Carolina. He was not raised around whites. Okay. So here's the second point that I want to bring up. Why a lot of times black queer men go get with white counterparts. Y'all can sit here in these comments and say whatever it is y'all want to say. I can't speak of other cultures because I'm not a part of other cultures. The black community is the hardest community to be gay in. All right. the black community as a whole is just homophobic by nature. It starts from birth, from the moment we go to church. You know what I'm saying? And so when you experience a lot of trauma, being called faggots and sissies and looked down upon, and your cousins don't want to play with you, and your grandma can't go, you can't go around your grandma's house, and you already know your auntie's gonna look at you funny, and all your friends from high school not gonna want to deal with you, so on and so forth. You find peace, solitude, and refuge in the white community. You do. You do. And it took me a lot of years of maturity, and it took me a lot of therapy to realize that the reason why I went to a PWI and did not go to a HBCU is because emotionally I did not feel safe being around black people, because I was so scarred from high school with the taunting and the teasing and the comments that I found it easier to be around white people during that stage of my life than it was to be around black people. As a skinny, awkward, queer, black, gay boy, just like Jerrod Carmichael, name one group of hood niggas I was gonna fit in with. Name one. Name one group of inner city hood niggas back during that time that was going to accept me for who I was and treat me with dignity and respect and treat me like I was one of them. Name one. I can remember being in high school, and if the football players was in one hallway, I would walk out. I would purposely take the long route to go to another class just so I didn't have to deal with the possibility of somebody fucking with me. And so a lot of times y'all want to get mad and do this thing and be like, once a black person get on, the first thing they do is go run and get a white person. Well, in some situations, y'all, white people provide certain types of black people more peace, refuge, and solitude than the black community can and will. And we still got a lot of work to do. We still got a lot of work to do, but we not finna pretend like in 2024 that the black community is a safe space for anybody that's queer, because it's not. The black community is one of the most emotionally, mentally, and physically unsafe spaces for anybody that's queer, lesbian, gay. Listen to the things y'all say. I bet if I ask one of y'all right now, how would you feel if your child was gay? You give some type of egregious answer, and then you run, and then y'all want to rest. Y'all use the Bible to undergird y'all homophobia. I'm not homophobic. I'm just saying what's in the Bible. I don't make the rules. It's just the Bible. The Bible, my fucking ass. Now, I ain't read that motherfucker inside and out, but I know that the basic moral of the story is to love every damn body. And I know that God would never, under any circumstance, want anybody to weaponize the Bible to ostracize people. So a lot of times when y'all see rich black queer men or rich black queer women go get white people, that's because white people have treated them better. And that's the God honest truth. That is the God honest truth. And I don't know if it's a vestige of slavery or if it's because white people have not had the luxury as a collective to struggle as much as black people have. So they have had more time as a community to process being gay and all of that stuff. But I can definitely say it has been my observation that the white community is a bit more accepting and a bit more open-minded when it comes to sexuality than the black community is. And that's just the God honest truth. Is you talking about self-hate is horrible, grow up. Trey, it's not self-hate. It's bitches like you who I just gave a whole explanation to, but you refuse to listen to what I'm saying because you're so married to your own ignorance. You don't get to dictate my lived experience, baby, and it's far from self-hate. It is far from self-hate. It is far from self-hate. I just know where the fuck I'm safe at and where I'm not safe at. And Trey, you've demonstrated that you're the type of black person that I wouldn't be safe around. Moving right along. Everybody pregnant. Oh, they say, Q, you got a white man. Nope. My man is not white. Y'all want me to have a white man so bad. He is not white. Not at all. He's not remotely white. He darker than me, about my color. Moving right along. Everybody pregnant. Kash doll pregnant, but ain't got no cash. Like, where Kash doll work at? Cause it damn sure ain't at the rap building. Where Kash doll work at, y'all? And Kash doll is cool. She my friend. I love Kash doll, but at this point, is Kash doll performing at the same place as Kaya performing at? Because we just ain't seen Kash doll. Kash doll must be performing at the Affordable Old School concert in between El DeBarge and Stephanie Mills. Because I don't understand how she pregnant and don't work, okay? I had the beauty Kash doll. I'm just playing. I'm just joking. And the jokes are just based on your lack of visibility. I don't be seeing Kash doll. And y'all drop in the comments, and I understand that God has timing for everybody, and everybody will peak and have their big break when it's their time. But why is it that Kash doll has not taken off like the Ice Spices? And I mean, no shade, even Sookie is more visible than Kash doll right now. And I think Kash doll is beautiful, and I think she's extremely talented. She came out during the time when it wasn't even that much female competition in the market as it is right now. And I don't understand why Kash doll just has not taken off. Now, I'm going to tell y'all who I love and who I've been listening to lately. So a lot of y'all are saying colorism. It may or may not be, but the only thing that makes me semi debunk the colorism thing is because we got Meg Thee Stallion. And no shade, Kash doll, in my opinion, physically looks better than Meg Thee Stallion, not pitting them two against each other. I think it has more to do with bad business, lack of promotion, and just the wrong team. But if Kash doll don't hurry up, she's going to age out. Because one thing that the industry does not embrace is up and coming 40-something-year-old rappers. The industry don't do that. Like, you already got to be established when you 40. I like Lola Brooks, y'all. That song she got with Jacquees, I like Lola. I like Lola. I love her deep voice. I love the way she flow. I love Lola Brooks. It's another girl, something Nadine. I like her. They need to send Ice Spice back to whichever special ed cubicle she got her GED from. I don't get into Ice Spice whatsoever. Now they got the girl Scarlip. Lola Brooks song is with Bryson Tiller, not Jacquees. My bad. They got the girl Scarlip that's on the up and that's on the up and up. let me preface by saying I'm 40. I'm an old man, and y'all know Anita Baker and Queen Latifah is more my style. Scarlett rap too hard. She scare me. I be feeling like, do I need to get a restraining order? Do I need to call 911 whenever she come on my screen? Okay. But aside from that, I am proud of her come up in her story. I don't get into that rough nigga rap coming out of a woman. I don't get into it. That shit scare me, bitch. I turn on the radio to feel good. I want to bend that ass over and let my coochie breathe. That shit that Scarlett be having going on got me feeling like Candyman gonna come get me when I go to sleep. She scares me. I do not want to be caught in a dark alley with Scarlett. That girl scares me, okay? But I am so happy for her come up, for her story, and I love the fact that she is getting to the money and she's getting shine and all that. I know we're not supposed to use this word, but I'm going to use it anyway. I like Glorilla retarded ass. I like Glorilla. I like Glorilla. I don't know what Glo be talking about, but Glorilla don't bother nobody with that ugly ass stage name, Glorilla. I like Glow. Glow just fun. Glow just fun. Glow scared me a little bit too. I don't want to be caught in no alley with Glorilla or with Scarlett. Glorilla scares me, but I like that Glorilla. I like her. I'm trying to think who else from the young girls I like. I like Cardi. I like Nicki. I like Megan. I like Lola. I like Glorilla. The only song, and then y'all be talking about colorism. I'm not trying to be funny. Ice Spice is not cute at all. I like Coily Ray. I like Lotto. Now, Asian doll, Cuban doll, Dream doll. I don't know none of what they sing, but I also know don't nobody else need to be named doll. Again, I am not the best source to go to when it comes to rap, but I think Lotto eating them hoes up. I love the way Lotto rap. Lotto, I like Lotto. I'm going to tell you who else that I like too, who could rap their ass off if she could just stay out of the mess. Akbar. I love Akbar. I woke up this afternoon and y'all were in my thing saying that Akbar said something about me being in one of her videos. Her or her people have not reached out to me yet, but I would gladly be in Akbar. I would gladly be in your video. I would gladly be in your video. I like Akbar. I support Akbar's talent. Akbar can freestyle like no other. She getting her body together. She trying to get her stuff together with her children. I have seen the progress that Akbar has made as a person. I don't judge Akbar severely because Akbar is a product of the poverty and the situation in which she came from. They said Azalea Banks. Hell, fuck no, I don't fuck with Azalea Banks. JT, I like JT and I like Carisha. I am so interested in seeing what JT is going to do on her solo situation. Here's the thing though, right? You can never throw you cannot throw Nicki Minaj, you cannot throw Lola Brooks, you cannot throw Akbar, you can't throw the girls that can freestyle and who are lyricists. You can't throw them in the same bucket with a JT. She could never compete on that level. It's a different style of rap. I'm just gonna call it city girl. It's pussy rap. I call it pussy rap, pussy for bags. That's the type of rap they do. It's very limited. It's very, I got good pussy. I take your man and he gonna buy me a Chanel bag. That's the type of rap that JT do. And there's a market for that. There is a market for that. But if y'all gonna let Sexy Red live, Sexy Red is the most retarded out of all of them. She can't rap on beat. None of it rhyme. She monotone. She make words up that don't even exist. And if y'all gonna let Sexy Red live, and here's the thing, Sexy Red, I'm gonna tell y'all, Sexy Red, one smart bitch. Sexy Red getting all the money, but she refused to go to the store and buy some clothes. Sexy Red, the only bitch I know that still dressed like she in the Sunshine Anderson Heard It All Before video. Okay. They said Jackie O, baby, Jackie O was that girl, but she found the Lord. And she worked at the front desk of the medical office. Somebody said it's prostitution rap. That's what JT them do, prostitution rap. But that's all right. Prostitutes are people too. Shit. As much as Carly Red keep getting on YouTube crying because her song keep going #1 on the charts, girl, I had to go subscribe to Encyclopedia Britannica to find out which chart this is that Carly Red keep getting her ass on the internet crying about. Every 3 months, Carly Red on the internet crying, talking about her song don't went to #1 and she can't believe it. And neither can we. We can't believe it either. I'm trying to think who else I like. I like Remy Ma. I want Foxy Brown to go get her ears fixed so she could come back. I just don't understand. I mean, do Foxy Brown got a rich husband or boyfriend, or is she staying in a Section 8 apartment in New York somewhere? We don't even see Foxy. Like, it's one thing to disappear from the game, but we don't even see Foxy go out to eat. We don't see her going shopping. We don't see Foxy do. Is she down at DaVita dialysis, child? What is going on with Foxy Brown? You don't have to put an APB out for Foxy Brown. And quiet as it's kept, there is no reason why Foxy Brown is not on Love and Hip Hop New York. Okay, Foxy, do not be somewhere sitting around collecting your disability check thinking you better than the girls. This is no better time than for somebody like Foxy Brown to be on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I mean, your career has literally tanked to the point where you should be on Love and Hip Hop. We want to know what's going on. Foxy, you got a story to tell. Even if you got to tell that bitch in sign language, we want to hear it. And y'all didn't hear it from me, but Remy Ma said Foxy Brown going deaf from untreated gonorrhea. Now, that's what Remy Ma said. Oh, they say Amaretta. I love Amaretta. I like Amaretta a lot. I like Rennie Rucci. I like her. Who else I like? Like, I don't be knowing all the girls' songs or whatever, but when I see their little stuff on the Instagram or whatever, I be like, okay, this is cute. You know, I'm aged out, but it's cute. I'm trying to think who else I like. It's so many of them. But last but not least, y'all, I'm in church on a pretty serious note. And Lady London, that's the one I like. That bitch, she pretty. I love that high-pitched voice. She freestyles the girls down. I like Lady London the most. I like her a whole lot. They said Saweetie. No, Saweetie need to go sweep floors. Lady London is the T. Saweetie just got lucky. Quiet as it's kept. Let me leave Sweetie alone. Bitch, you better go back and get you a rich boyfriend because album sales ain't gonna be real. You gonna make your money, sweetie. And I'm gonna tell y'all who get on my nerves. That damn Doja Cat. If that bitch don't go figure, let me move on, y'all. Regina King has did her first interview since her son committed suicide with Robin Roberts. And there's something that I want to talk about that she said in the interview. She said that basically, she was angry at God at first, but then she come to peace, and she made peace with her son's decision to not want to be here anymore. That she made peace with it. And a lot of times we look at suicide, and people scream suicide is a selfish and so on and so forth. And it's because, we want the person here. We want them here for our reasons. We want them to live a long, fruitful life. And we never know what this person is